जय राम माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राम जय राम बिहारी गोपी जन वल्लभ जय गोपी जन वल्लभ गिरिवर नंदन व्रज जन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जन रंजन रावण चारि यमुना तीरा रावण चारि हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 राम हरे राम प्रभु सदा प्रभु सदा प्रभु सदा प्रभु सदा Prabhupada divine gifts, AC Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Samaveta Bhaktavinda ki all glories to Samaveta, all glories to Samaveta, all glories to Samaveta, all glories to Guru and Gauranga Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Today we are reading from chapter Canto 3, chapter 26, verse number 8. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय कार्यकरणकर्तृत्वे
कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे
कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे करणं प्रकृतिं विदो करणं प्रकृतिं विदो भोक्तृत्वे सुखदुःखानां भोक्तृत्वे सुखदुःखानां पुरुषं प्रकृते परम् पुरुषं प्रकृते परम् कार्यकर्तृत्वे कारणं प्रकृतिं विदो भोक्तृत्वे सुखदुःखानां परं पुरुषं प्रकृते परम्
कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे
कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे कारणं प्रकृतिं विभु
भोक्तृत्वे सुखदुःखानां
भोक्तृत्वे सुखदुःखानां पुरुषं प्रकृते परम्
कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे
कार्यकारणकर्तृत्वे
कारणं प्रकृतिं विदु
कारणं प्रकृतिं विदु
त्रित्वे सुखदुःखानां
भोक्तृत्वे सुखदुःखानां
पुरुषं प्रकृते परं
पुरुषं प्रकृते परम्. Word to word synonyms. Karya, the body. Karana, the senses. Kartratve, regarding the demigods. Karanam, the cause. Prakritim, material nature. Vidu, the learned understanding. Bhoktratve, regarding the perception. Sukha, of happiness. Dukham, dukhanam, and of distress. Purusham, the spirit soul. Prakriti, to material nature. Param, transcendental. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. The cause of the conditioned soul's material body and senses, and the senses presiding deities, the demigods, is the material nature. This is understood by learned men. The feeling of happiness and distress of the soul, who is transcendental by nature, are caused by the spirit soul himself. Purport. In Bhagavad Gita, it is said that when the Lord descends to this material world, he comes as a person by his own energy, Atma Maya. He is not forced by any superior energy. He comes by his own will, and he can be called, and this can be called his pastime or Leela. But here it is clearly stated that the conditioned soul is forced to take a certain type of body and senses under the three modes of material nature. The body is not received according to his own choice. In other words, a conditioned soul has no free choice. He has to accept a certain type of body according to his karma. But when there are bodily reactions as felt in happiness and distress, it is to be understood that the cause is the spirit soul himself. If he so desires, the spirit soul can change this conditional life of duality by choosing to serve Krishna. The living entity is the cause of his own suffering, but he can also be the cause of his eternal happiness. When he wants to engage in Krishna consciousness, a suitable body is offered to him by the internal potency, the spiritual energy of the Lord. And when he wants to satisfy his senses, a material body is offered. Thus, it is he his free choice to accept a spiritual body or material body. But once a body is accepted, he has to enjoy or suffer the consequences. The Mayavadi philosopher's presentation is that the living entity enjoys his pastime by accepting the body of a hog. This theory is not acceptable. However, because the word pastime implies voluntary acceptance of enjoyment, therefore, this interpretation is most misleading. When there is enforced acceptance for suffering, it is not a pastime. The Lord's pastime and the conditioned living entities accept acceptance of karmic reaction are not on the same level. Now we will recite Mangalacharan prayers. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshulumilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Tadati Padatikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsya Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunatanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Larita Shri Vishakhanvitamsya He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurani Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishavanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpataru Vishya Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namo Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktarinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Upam Karoti Vachalam Pangam Langayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Bande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Paramananda Madhavam Shri Chaitanya Ishwaram. Today I am seeking blessings from all the Vaishnavas here because I know I don't have qualification to speak on this verse. This is very high subject matter, but I'll try to speak according to my Guru's Kripa. So imagine there is a home and there is a calamity outside, like a tornado or a snow or something is going on outside, and inside the home you are there is very comfortable bed and you have a comfortable comforter and pillow to sleep. And then in that cold, if there is a snow, assume it's snow, there is a window beside your bed, and in from the window you can see beautiful snow falling, and you are having a hot water or hot herbal tea. And then how much comfortable it is to sleep in that weather. It is very imagine that pleasure. So but outside there is so much calamity, but inside you are very much comfortably sleeping. And if you put earplugs, then nobody can disturb you. So now imagine our situation in that place. The house is like our body, and the person sleeping inside is the living entity, and the comforter is Harinam. So if a living entity take a shelter of the comforter like Harinam with earplugs inside, and then outside the body, and whatever happens, whether you are chastised, whether you fall whether you get some suffering, whether you get some happiness, or whatever happens, that is everything is happening outside the house. But inside you are very comfortable, you don't even care what is happening outside. This 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 state is called being deep internally internal. being deep meditating on Krishna, because you are wearing the comforter of Harinam. You don't you don't even relate yourself with the house, because you don't even relate with your body. So the first symptom of being deep and internal is that you are not relating yourself with the house which is going through troubles outside, and you are very much comfortable inside. and and see that feeling. If anybody have gone through the if anybody have this experience of nicely sleeping in the warm bed in the comfort in the snow, see what kind of feeling is that. It will be like very good feeling, right? So whatever happens outside, you will be feeling very good. So that state we have to reach. So that is internal meditation. So why I got this point here, Prabhupada is saying that there is a choice. A spiritual soul has a choice to either to take a spiritual, if they want, if the soul wants to serve to Krishna, by the internal potency of Krishna will get a comfortable spiritual body. But if want to serve material senses, then get a material body. And that material body is forced. We don't have any free choice there. We are forced to take the material body by our past karma. And once we have the material body, we have to go through the suffering or happiness, whatever comes with that material body. So now come to this example of house. If the house is very much comfortable, like it's a concrete house and very good house, even the tornado comes, you will not be affected. But if the house has some leaks, and when you are sleeping comfortably with the comforter, and the drops, if it's raining outside, and if it's leaks, then the drop of water falls on you, and the cold air from outside come inside, you will get agitated. So why is this happening? So that body, we when we start we have a material body, it's all with the defects. And then with the defects, we will start taking we will start thinking of that body. And once we start thinking of the body, we'll get agitated. So so this is what I wanted to share with this point. Now coming to the coming to again coming to that point, when spirit soul want to serve Krishna, he will get spiritual body, and when they want to serve senses, will get material body. Now let's take an example of Putana. Putana, in her previous life, she was sister of Bali Maharaj, and she got a desire to serve Krishna as a mother. So when she was having that desire, she was actually, like, when she was having that desire, Krishna has seen that desire. But when Putana has taken when Baman Dev has taken everything from Bali Maharaj, that Putana's that desire of serving Krishna as a mother completely changed. And her behavior, her mood was to kill, was to give poison. So I'm not remembering what she was thinking, but she was not thinking in favorable way. So then in her next life, she got the body of Putana. She had a free choice there, free choice of thinking whatever she wants to, free will of either serving Krishna favorably or unfavorably. So because of that, she chose both. She got a body of demon Putana, and then in that body she had to go through all kind of happiness and all kind of suffering. And once she came in contact with Krishna, Krishna being so merciful, remember that she also wanted to serve in motherly mood. So then Krishna immediately accepted her poison as well, and also accepted her prana. And then Radha Govind Maharaj here says that when Krishna accepted the prana of Putana, uh, Krishna was thinking this prana is very much affected with all kind of material desires. So let me take this prana and let me purify this prana, and then after that I will give her the position of mother in Golok Vrindavan. So so here the desire, the free choice that spirit soul had when she was in previous life, that she wanted to serve Krishna, so the desire was fulfilled. But since she was having some unfavorable desire, she became demoness. But now, if we come to the example of Narad Muni in his previous life was a son of a maid servant, and then he was by his good fortune, four Vedantas, Bhakti Vedantas came to the place where his mother was staying, and then his mother put Narada Muni to the service of Bhakti Vedanta. So by serving Bhakti Vedantas, Narad Muni was constantly serving Bhakti Vedantas. Narad Muni was doing all the menial service of Bhakti Vedantas, and then by doing this menial service, Bhakti Vedantas were very pleased with Narad Muni. And then when and Narad Muni developed desire to taste the remnants of Bhakti Vedantas, and Narad Muni took permission before taking the remnants, and Bhakti Vedantas were very happy to give him permission. And then after eating that remnants, he developed a desire. He developed desire of doing bhakti, like a bhakti seed has developed in his heart. And then once Bhakti Vedanta has left, Narad Muni's whole consciousness was by like he was attached with Bhakti Vedantas. He was not happy that they were leaving. So that attachment was very much favorable for Narad Muni to attain Krishna. So here, and then once Narad Muni goes go roam around, and then he goes to pilgrim, and he also sees Krishna in his heart for some time. But later he don't see Krishna, but still he had taste of Krishna, seeing Krishna in his heart. He could always remember, and after he died, he got a spiritual body. So the whole story, the whole point to narrate this story was that when you have a desire to serve Krishna, you will get a spiritual body under the internal potency of Krishna. But when you have desire to serve a material nature, you will get uncountable bodies in which you have to go through suffering. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gopijana Vallabh Nitai Patit Pandura Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada. There are 8,400,000 species of material body. So anybody you can get according to your desire or karma, not according to your desire. Here Prabhupada says that you are forced to take a material body according to your karma. There you don't have any free choice. But once once you take the material body, if by your good fortune you come to the human form, you will have free will in that material body to choose whether to serve Krishna or to serve Maya. If in this if in that if in the human life, if you choose to serve Maya, then again you are forced, after your death you are forced to take material body. But in this human life, if you choose to serve Krishna, then you, by the internal potency of Krishna, you will get spiritual body. We have so many examples in our Shastras, like our uh, um, for example, our Goswamis, Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami. When they do meditation, they immediately go to the platform of spiritual body. Like they go to the directly, they are in the pastimes of Radha and Krishna, and in their Manjari form. So even though they were in the material body, since since they they were so much sincere, and they performed so much bhakti, that Krishna was pleased, Radharani was pleased, Lord Chaitanya was pleased with them, because they have sacrificed so much in their life. They were being the state of prime minister and finance minister. Even in that state, they renounced all everything and came to Lord Chaitanya, and then they were very much like they, after coming to Lord Chaitanya, what was the first question Sanatan Goswami asked? He asked that why I am put in this kind of misery, why I have to why who am I, and why I am put in this miserable state. Even though he was prime minister, he had all the wealth, he had all the comforts, but still he thinks that he is miserable. That is their renunciation. That is their self-realization. We talking to myself, if I would have been in that position, for sure I wouldn't even have thought about Krishna for one moment in my life, because I was happily enjoying that comforts of all that prime minister, like with all the money, all the nice bungalows, mansion, all the nice women around me. For sure, the Maya would have caught me like this in her clutches, and I don't have any. I wouldn't have seen Krishna. Even if I have come across some devotees, I would have ignored their suggestion, and I would have enjoyed that. I would have been enjoying. But Sanatan Goswami was self-realized. He, even though he was so much opulently living in the palace, he still thinks that he was miserable. So because of that renunciation, because of the self-realization, even though they were in the material body, in the human body, but they could still access pastime of Krishna, Radha and Krishna, in their meditation, and they were immediately transferred to that platform of spiritual body. And then Prabhupada here says that Mayavadi philosopher present this as the pastime of a living entity. Mayavadi says that even living entity being in the hog body enjoys his pastime being in the hog body. We have a good example here. Lord Indra, everybody knows that example. When Lord Indra, what was cursed to become a hog, he came as a hog. He And then when he was living as a hog on this planet, he formed his own family of she hog, and then he had some kids, and he was enjoying. Indra was enjoying a lot without his knowledge that he was suffering. Then, but he did not had any knowledge. He was so much. He was caught by Maya. Ac- if we know what is the power of Indra actually controls our body. Indra has whole control on the body, and Indra controls all the demigods. He is the king of the demigods. So that is his potential. And but even the person of that stature, when he comes in the hog body, thinks that he's enjoying his life. But that is not because he's performing the pastime. That is because he was forced to go in the hog body. He by his own will, if somebody would have told him, please, Lord Indra, please take hog body and go and enjoy the family life in the hog, will he take that? Even a sane person will know that who will enjoy by eating the stool. How can we enjoy by eating the stool? If we are eating halwa, then how can we eat a stool and enjoy? So even the sane person can know that. So he was not by his own will went and took the body of a hog. He was forced to take the body of a hog. And once he forced to take, immediately Maya captured him, and then he happened to think that, oh, he's a hog. He identified himself with the body of a hog, and then he started enjoying that hog life. So nobody nobody here Prabhupada says in the translation, the learned man, I'm just paraphrasing the translation. Prabhupada says that the learned man knows that conditioned soul's material body and senses are controlled by material nature. There is no so there is a no control of a living entity on this. Only material nature is controlling, and they are under the three modes. So how and then how now, okay, now here Prabhupada said that if you want to, if you have a if you want to serve Krishna, you will get spiritual body, otherwise material body. Now we want to serve Krishna, now we are all serving Krishna. Now let us analyze, if we are serving Krishna under mode of ignorance, what is our state? What is our state? Like in mode of ignorance, if we are serving Krishna under mode of ignorance, that means we uh, we uh, we are only looking ourselves and Krishna. We are not at all and also we are not doing pure devotional devotional service itself is pure. But when we are performing devotional service in mode of ignorance, we start giving left and right to devotees and around us. Like if somebody if we are doing some service, if somebody, some Prabhu comes and says, Prabhu, please can you immediately do this, like can you do this, this is urgent, Prabhu. If we are in mode of ignorance, we immediately get angry, and then we'll think and even though if we don't want to make an aparad will happen. That is also also the example of mode of passion. When we are in mode of passion, we want to do things quickly, very quickly. One statement Chandramouli Maharaj has personally told to me. He has observed when he came here, he observed me that I was washing pots very quickly and very fast. In while doing that, I think I dropped I think I dropped one of the vessel down, and it create lot of noise. Then Chandramoli Maharaj at that time he did not send me anything, but before he was leaving, I asked him, is there any I asked him to forgive me for my offenses. Then Chandramoli Maharaj said, when you are doing things fast, you should do intelligently, you should use your common sense. He just said me this one word, because because I did so many mistakes when he was here. So he observed and he said. So my point here is that when you are in mode of passion, you tend to do things very fast. You want to, because you are not in present. You are always thinking of future or past. For example, if you have so many services lined up, like morning Prabhupada racing, then backup, then something, then something, then something, back to back services. Then if you are in mode of passion, while dressing Prabhupada, you will be thinking of, oh, I have to finish this by 10 o'clock, or then I have to finish back up by 11 o'clock, then I have to finish this by that time. But you're not thinking of the service which you are doing now. And if in that situation, if somebody comes and ask you for help in other service, you will not be when you will be very much agitated first of all. And when you are agitated, if you reply to that even if you want to be humble at that time, you will not be humble. Even if you want to fake you are humble, you cannot fake it, because your mind is already agitated. And the person in front of you can immediately identify that you are getting irritated with him, and vibe, that bad vibe can come, that bad vibe, person can devotee can observe that bad vibe. So my point here was, when we are under modes, if we are performing devotional service, it will not be very pure. But but Krishna, being very merciful, he sees our intention. because we have so much conditioning. We are captured by material nature. As here in the translation, it is said that the conditioned soul is controlled by material nature, and it he's controlled by three modes. There is there is no way we can come out of it without doing a proper sadhana. So when we are in the starting stage, and if we have a desire to serve Krishna, and if somebody says that I have a desire to serve, I'm serving Krishna, when then why I am not getting spiritual body? If somebody asks this question, then because we are under the three modes, even though devotional service is very pure, we are not pure, and we are doing that mixed devotional service in our mode. And once we are, but there is no other way to come out, come to the transcendental platform without doing that. So we have to keep doing our sadhana, we have to keep doing our devotional service, we have to keep doing. Even though we are making mistake, we have to we have to ask forgiveness to Krishna every time when we are doing. One thing I have realized, I cannot say I realized, but I have observed that if you are doing some service, if you constantly think that, for example, if you are washing a vessel, if you are washing pots, and if you are washing pots, if you think that, oh, these are Krishna's pots, Krishna will be, we are cooking for Krishna, and Krishna will be having Krishna, this bhoga cooked in this vessel is served to Krishna. If we think that, we by if we constantly think that, it might not be possible in start, but if we constantly think that, we can come out of mode of ignorance and passion, and we can come at the mode of goodness, because it will make our by knowingly or unknowingly, we are getting Krishna in our service, we are thinking of Krishna by knowingly or unknowingly. Our we are trying to get to the mode of goodness, but many times it happens that you will not come to mode of goodness, but that's okay. If you are thinking of Krishna, one day, if you continue this practice, that okay, I'm doing this for Krishna, I'm doing this for Krishna, Krishna must be happy. If you are in mode of ignorance and passion, you should think that Krishna is not happy because I'm doing this service in mode of passion. So you should keep on thinking whether Krishna is happy whatever I'm doing at present moment, or Krishna is not happy, whether whether my Guru Maharaj is happy or he's not happy by whatever thoughts I'm thinking, by whatever service I'm doing, and with whatever consciousness I'm doing this service, with that Krishna is happy, or Krishna is seeing my service, or Guru Maharaj will be happy if he sees me that I'm doing in this. If you constantly keep thinking this, there will be one day for sure that you will come to the, you will try to yourself correct your nature. You will try to you will have that repentance. One day there will be a day that you will be repenting that I am always thinking that Krishna is happy or not, but am I changing my nature to make Krishna happy? I am changing my consciousness to make my Guru happy. I am changing, or I'm working on it. Someday it will come for sure. And then once that thought comes, by by your without your knowledge or with your knowledge, you will be start making many changes in your nature. So that is most important thing. You have to there is a material saying that if you want how you don't say sorry by your words, say sorry by your behavior. So you have to in when you are in Kanishta platform, I'm speaking everything whatever I spoke, I'm speaking to myself because I'm in that platform, and I do all these mistakes. So when we are in Kanishta platform, we don't know anything. We'll just we'll just think that okay, doing activity is important, not consciousness. That will be our state of mind. But if we keep on thinking like that for 30 years, then we will be in Kanishta platform after 30 years also. So there should be somewhere where we have to change our nature, where we have to change our activities, the way we perform our devotional service. So and it will not come in one day. We have to go baby steps. So, but if you keep on thinking about like, is my Guru Maharaj happy with my consciousness, with the consciousness I'm doing this service, and maybe you will within even for months, for an year, maybe for few years also you might not able to change, but there will be one day for sure you will get that repentance, and you want to change your nature, and when that feeling comes, when that thought comes, that will be your success, and then from there you will go on to get you will be progressing very soon. So this is what I wanted to share today. Please forgive me if I have spoken anything wrong. If there are any questions and corrections, please, it's open. Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, any question?
Thank you for nice example of these classes. I just kind of didn't understand the second part of the example of that house where you had
Drop.
where you talk about leaks and stuff. Could you just elaborate?
Yeah, the first part was a perfect like, even though house was we are not attached with the house. First part, we are comfortably sleeping. Even though if there are leaks and all, we will not be attached. I'm sorry if I was not clear at that time. Even if there were leaks and all, we will be not attached. We will not be bewildered. But what happens many times when we are in conditioned state, when everything is comfortable out, everything is comfortable, like we will be comfortable, but some agitation happens, some leak happen in the house. Like, if suppose we have since we are material body, we are not perfect. If we are not perfect, if the thought goes inside and it touch our ego, so ego, a living entity is covered by ego, and that leaks touch going to the living entity is like touching our ego, our anarthas. When it touches our anarthas, we immediately react. And at that state, when we are even when it seems like, there is one term called pure devotee syndrome. For some time we think that, oh, if everything is going, if we are chanting very nicely, if we think about Krishna regular constantly, we think that, oh, we are in deep meditation. But when these leaks come, then our true we will know our true nature, our true state. Are we really pure devotee, or we are just acting? Most of the time, speaking about myself, I have never been even that stage, but most of the time we will come to know that it's very high. That stage, being internal, deep, is very high. It will not come just like this. It will come after so much sadhana, so much purification. You have to go through so much corrections, and you have to have so much blessing of devotees, and all the devotees should be pleased around you, so that you will be very stable. And then internally you will be focusing on Krishna, and externally whatever happens, it doesn't matter to you. So that is what I wanted to say with that example. I'm sorry if I was not clear.
No, no, thank you. Thank you.
Do you have any questions, Prabhuji?
So when leaks are there, if it will cover your sleep, then you will be all right, right?
Yeah. But if that comforter, like we say, no, if the leaks are coming, then we start doing aprad. Then that comforter is not waterproof. That leaks will go inside, and we will feel wetness and all, and we'll feel cold. That comforter might be having some holes, and then it will, because of the water, it might have holes. That means, for that example, that means that harinam, even though we are having harinam protection, if we are doing aparan, as yesterday Shaman Krishna Prabhu said, that it will take long, it might take some time to again come to that state. For 2 3 days you might be feeling agitation, but if you keep on doing it, you will come to the state, you will come to again to the deep meditation. Anybody have any questions on Zoom? If there are
No
no,
questions, Prabhuji, but the class was very, very nice. Very, very nice reminders and deep, thoughtful class. Something to ponder upon. Thank you so much.
thank you, Mataji. If nobody have any question, then we'll end this. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णववृंद की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। समवेत भक्तवृंद की जय।
Thank you very much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Dhanva Pranam.